And we are live. Welcome to the channel. It is Chosen Wisdom Football, and this is your match preview for the Manchester United versus Sunderland, or the Sunderland versus Manchester United game tomorrow at 3 p.m. Big up the channel, big up the community. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're feeling good. There is a lot for us to get through. Today's going to be a swift, hopefully swift and punchy show. I'm going to give you the facts, let you guys know what is going on. We are going to react to, of course, Michael Carrick's press conference, as well as the team news and all the usual stuff surrounding the Sunderland versus Manchester United game. First and foremost, big up the chat, big up the community. My respects to Atro and T-Kizzles, and of course Turkish in the chat already. Big up the community. I hope you guys are doing well. So yeah, guys, let's get into it. On today's show, we have more news on Benjamin Šeško. He might be able to play. It looks like he is able to play after all. So we're going to look at what's going on with Benjamin Šeško's shin injury. We're also going to talk about the fitness of the squad. Of course, you know, the squad looks to be fit, really, except for Dillit, of course. Also, we're going to see what Carrick thinks about Sunderland and his admiration of what they're doing over there. Carrick was also asked about players on the periphery, sort of with less game time. We're going to find it very interesting. His response about that is very, very good. We also have news for Fabrizio, should I say? Fabrizio speaks on True many, guys. Many. We're not going to avoid the many talk. Of course, that is a talk of the town. What's going on with many? What happened over at Madrid? What does this mean for Manchester United? So as usual, guys, leave your comments, leave your opinions. I want to know what you think. And we're gonna, of course, end the show with Mbumo getting a haircut. Yes, guys. Sometimes bald guys need to get a haircut as well. So we're gonna end the stream with something funny, as we usually do. Yeah, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Acho says, big up TK. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Acho says, Xerxes not seen pitch until the end of the season. Then keeping up the Real Madrid has been hella entertaining. It's been funny, people. Let's talk about it, people. Anyway, Šeško. We spoke about Šeško's shinjury, of course, on Wednesday. We thought it was going to be a type of injury where, we were seeing him being left out for maybe a game or two. But maybe not, guys. It looks as if Benjamin Šeško could be fit for tomorrow. Benjamin Šeško has been included in the travelling squad to Sunderland. He's trained intensely since Monday after a minor knock last week, and there's a strong chance he makes the starting 11. There you go, guys, and that's probably what Atro was talking about. Personally, guys, I think you know where I stand. Of course, if he starts, he starts. Good luck. Play well. We want him to play well. He's a Man United player, of course. But I also want to see Xerxes. That little glimpse of Xerxes that we saw in the last match, just those little few minutes, I was like, why can't we just play with this for 90 minutes just to see? That's the thing. We see it and we saw it. Do you know when we saw it, guys? I think we started to see it before he got injured, before the Europa League final. I think that little tiny run he had, 2 or 3 games where he started to, grow into himself. I think after that Arsenal performance where he bodied, he bodied Saliba in the Arsenal performance. So he started to be like, okay, people started looking at Xerxes like, do you know what? Maybe. Then he got injured and then he never got back into the team. So I would like to see something, different, a different combination, and not even Xerxes, just something different. But if it's Šeško, I'm nice. I'm nice because it seems like we are going ahead with Šeško. We paid a lot of money for him, so he's going to be our main striker going forward. So cool. That is good. It's good news that he is fit anyway, and that is the main thing. over all this. Let's move on, guys. Let's bang it out. Michael Carrick. So basically, guys, it looks like we are very good. We are in a very good position in terms of squad fitness, as you can see. He has a fully fit squad, or near fully fit squad, to choose from against Sunderland. Of course, the Benjamin Šeško news is very good news. The full list, as you can see, is on your screen. I don't know if anything jumps out at me, people, if I'm being honest. Lemens, yeah, Bainer, Heaton, defenders, Heaven, sure, yeah. Malasia, yeah, Malasia, still there, flipping heck. Malasia's having a time of his life. Hmm, yeah. Mason Mount, Cunha, Dogu. As you'd expect, but Share Lacey. Share Lacey's sticking out. Share Lacey's sticking out. So could we see Shea Lacey start tomorrow, guys? Is that a possibility? I've been hearing about it. I've been, I've been seeing the talk. I wouldn't mind, guys. I wouldn't mind. I would not mind seeing Shea Lacey start on the right hand side. Why not? I literally just preached about seeing something different. Boom, bam. Start Shea Lacey, but give Ahmad Anambuma a rest. See what the kid can do. Why not? Why not, guys? So that is the traveling squad, people. Nothing for me sticks out. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Like I said, for me, I'm in a weird position where I'm looking forward to the game. But because there's not much to play for, I feel like these games are nothing games. We're in a very, it's like we need to start preseason now. I feel like our transfer window has already started. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's probably why I want to see him experiment. Experiment a little bit in these games. If the shackles were off before and you wanted to get results, and you stuck to tight, if that was the case, Carrick, flex your muscles now a little bit. Flex them. Why not? It's all right. So big up, people. Big up Eddie. I see Eddie stepped in the building. The Chouameni talk. Right hook, left hook, jab, jab, uppercut. And Jake, I'm playing. All right, let's move on. Big up Eddie. Chouameni has feelings too. Who put that on Ahmad's shirt? Big up Eddie in the chat. Let's move on. Free Aurelian. Free Aurelian. Our alien. I wish we can. I don't know, guys. Sunderland. How surprised have you guys been with Sunderland? I remember at the start of the season, me and TK were having a conversation. I think TK, you said Sunderland might surprise you, or something. I know we had a conversation about Sunderland. I was like, yeah, maybe. Sunderland are probably going to be safe, guys, right? Yeah, they've had a good season. Let me try to bring up the league table, people, to see how comfortable Sunderland actually are. Maybe I'm chatting. Yeah, they're 12th. They are, and Tottenham, yeah, they're good. Yeah. So, good season. I think there was a time in the league where Sunderland were in the top 6 and top 7. And we're like, what the hell's happened to Sunderland? So, Sunderland might have that Nottingham Forest run. That Nottingham Forest run. Have a couple years where you try to do a thing, and by the third, fourth year, you're just relegated. But Forest ain't going to get relegated. No. I think Forest might be good guys, you know. Anyway, that's Carrick on Sunderland. They've got an awful lot to play for. It's been really tight. They have a fantastic season. To be in the top half and being in touch and distance of Europe is credit to them. Yeah, I think Sunderland. Do you know? Do you know when I thought Sunderland might be all right? Yeah, Xhaka, Granite. Because Granite is there, isn't it? Granite's there. Let me see. Am I making it up? You know them. Granite. Yeah. When they signed Granite, I was like, bro, Sunderland signed Granite. And listen, I'm not one of them guys who think Granite Xhaka was crap. You know, I think he's a good midfielder. I was like, okay, Sunderland, they all right. They might be all right. You know, they might be all right if they're making signings like that. They might be all right. So big up Eddie. What's Eddie? I don't think Carrick will put our youth to begin with. Yeah. So Eddie's what? No, we're not starting Share Lacey. But Eddie, hopefully he comes on, my bro. Hopefully he comes on at least. We want to see that. We want to see that, man. I think every player in the squad has been absolutely fantastic, I have to say. Yep, some have played a lot more than others. This is Michael Carrick when he's been asked about getting other people game time and that sort of thing. This is his response, people. Yep, some have played a lot more than others, and I understand from a professional, in a playing point of view, it can be difficult. But the togetherness and the support that the players have shown, certainly each other, it's great to see. He's basically saying, listen, I understand it's annoying. I understand it's frustrating that some players are not playing. Of course, I was a player. But at the same time, he's like, this group of players, they are together, and I think that's something we can talk about, guys. There's something we can say that you can maybe even look back at Amarim's time and say whatever, but right now, guys, the players, they look like they like each other. They look like they like each other. The way that they're celebrating, there is a together. Yes, you still have your friends and stuff and your factions and all these things, but there is a general together. I don't think the Madrid thing's happening in this squad. I don't think it's happening. So there's something I've always wanted to say. Maybe I have said it. Maybe I have verbalized it, but there is a togetherness that I like about this kind of group of players that we're trying to form, like the Cunhas and Brunos and all these, and Bumos and Amads having fun, celebrating. We like to see joy. Yeah, we like to see joy. It's what we need, within the group. And that's part of the challenge of doing a lot of training and not having as many games as we would have liked. It was the balance that we've actually kind of made the most of, really. So he is also blaming the fact that we didn't have that many games, the fact that we didn't see that many rotations. So that's one of those things, one of those reasons you can ask why some people are like, Xerxes, you're going to get game time. And if you get game time, you play well, Carrick has no choice but to keep playing you. You know, other players are going to come. We need replacements. We need to buy central midfielders, centre backs. But maybe we should hold on to some players. Maybe we shouldn't sell because we need a squad. Players will get injured. Anyway, we move people. What's the chat saying? I will say Sunderland have surpassed expectations. They were even in contention for Europe at one point. Props to them. I agree. I agree. Sunderland is a humble club. I like them. Do you still think Spurs will survive? Oh, man. Eddie, I feel like they will. I feel like they will, Eddie. I feel like they will, man. It would have been just bants. It would have been just a good laugh. A good tickle. 30. Oh, hold on. 37. Oh, 3 games left. Let's see Tottenham's games. Tottenham got Leeds. Tottenham got Leeds. Chelsea. But Chelsea, sometimes Chelsea are foolish, man. I don't trust Chelsea. They're foolish. Cha. And then Everton. I don't know. Let me see West Ham's games. Let's sort this out before we move. Before we move on. Let's look at West Ham's games, people. Arsenal. West Ham. West Ham. Okay, West Ham. Newcastle away after Arsenal. Then Leeds at home. All right. There's at least one of those games that West Ham can win. Not they will or anything. Leeds at home. Whereas I feel like all of Tottenham's games are like wishy what iffy. Like Tottenham could win all three of those games or lose all three of those games. I guess I feel like Tottenham will survive. I feel like the new manager bounce is just bubbling. Like the Zerbi's looking like he's trying to do a thing right now. Yeah, the Zerbi might do it. You know, imagine the Zerbi in the flipping championship. Imagine. Man just came thinking he was gonna do a thing like, yeah, I'm coming to like keep Tottenham alive and play in the Premier League. And nah, bro, you're a championship manager, bro. Chill yourself. Anyway, Michael Carrick on whether he might operate differently if he got the Man United job permanently. I've never approached a day here in terms of any short-term decisions. From me and my staff, we've made decisions for the long term. Individually as players, how we treat them and help develop them. I do not think it would change the approach. Do you know why that's so good to hear, bro? Because because I believe him. I believe him. I feel like it's in his actions. And this is what I'm saying. Like, because he is Man United, listen, I'm not doing the Man United DNA thing. I don't want to do that. But he's paid for the club. He supports the club, and he's in here as interim. Of course, he wants instant success, and he needs instant success. And I guess he can say this now because he's had instant success. And if he didn't, he wouldn't be able to say this. So I get that. But he could still be a lot more selfish in a lot of his decisions in terms of protecting himself. And he hasn't been. He's protected some players. He's made substitutions. He's not rushed. He didn't play Šeško at the start. He's adapted. He's changed personnel depending on, opposition. And I know I've said he's protected his players, but it's so important to protect your players as well. And sorry. Yeah, so I like that. I like that. Because many a times, guys, we've had people come in with short-term thinking and just ruin the future of our young players, for instance. Sell the young player because you want instant success, you don't want to nurture, and all of these things. So yeah, I like that, guys. I ain't gonna lie, I like that. It's fair about Xhaka, though I would have expected that is enough to prop up a newly promoted side. Though the league is rubbish. Listen, all of this still within the context of the league is crap. all of what we're saying is still true within the context of this league is dead. Football is, listen, we just got to adapt our eyes now to what football is. Still maintain what it should be, but understand what it is at the same time. You know them ones. Xhaka is still really good. Wouldn't have him at United, but still has a lot to offer. I agree with Eddie on that one for Sheezy. Man, never. Nibble. Agreed. Cool. All right. Michael Carrick on his future. So this is, by the way, questions asked at the Sunderland versus Manchester United pre-match press conference. Most of these questions are not about the match. I want people to also understand this. Most of these questions have not been about the actual game itself. And I've always wondered that. A lot of times in press conferences, the questions aren't about the game. Anyway, we move. Michael Carrick was asked about his future, and he says, listen, clarity is important. I think moving forward, it comes to the time of at the end of the season where I think we finish strong, put ourselves in a good position, and obviously the situation of my role and what it looks like moving forward. I think it's just a natural time. It was always spoken about towards the end of the season, if not the end of the season. So nothing has really changed, to be honest. That is a load of words, guys. I ain't gonna lie. And he didn't say anything. Carrick is very good at saying a lot of things, but not saying anything. He doesn't give a lot away. He doesn't give a lot. Like, listen, I read that and I was like, yeah, you're saying a lot, but you're not. Okay, Carrick, cool. All right, yeah. But it's time, guys. It's time. We're in May. And people are saying it's done. People are saying it's done. And the longer it continues, the more I reckon I am gonna be like, cool, it's Carrick then. Let's go. Strap on your seatbelts. Let's see where this goes. Let's do it. If it's Carrick, cool. I'm not gonna be like, yes, it's Carrick. Oh, come on, Carrick, can't do it. No. I'll be like, okay, I think he deserves it. Let's see. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Big up T Kizzles in the building. English managers are always calmer and better spoken than imports, especially Dutch. If if Carrick doesn't get the permanent job, he should be considered as the next 007. Do you know what? These guys speak like politicians. That's why, TK. These guys are politicians. All right, guys. Chouameni. All right. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of the incident at Real Madrid between Chouameni and Valverde. All right. So I don't think we need to go over it. It seems there has been an altercation between those two players. They have had previous altercations, arguments, and as you do before. But this one just boiled over a little bit. Things happened that no one's confirmed, but something happened, and the result of that thing happening was Valverde going to the hospital because he was injured. His face was injured. He had a concussion as well. So it's cool. At the same time, I'm giggling, but it's quite serious too, if you can look at it like that. So off the back of that, everyone now is starting to talk about Chouameni to Manchester United again. And now using that incident as a catapult for him to be at the club. This is Fabrizio Romano on Chouameni to Manchester United. There is interest from Manchester United, that's for sure. He's eventually a dream target for Manchester United. But it doesn't mean that Chouameni is going to United because he had a fight with Valverde. I mean, I'm just using this to have a conversation because even when you read that there, to be honest, guys, I'm like, he's just admitting that Man United admire him and are interested, and just saying that just because he had a fight, it doesn't mean he's coming. Well, yeah, I think everyone would have, those things are true. But the question is now to the chat. This is the question to the chat. What does this change If you wanted Tchouaméni in the first place, what does this change? From what you know or what you can put together of the whole situation, what does this change for you with regards to Tchouaméni? Some of you didn't want him in the first place, so that's fine. And then, is he actually that good? And what going on with Real Madrid? Car, it looks like, you know that title in WWE where everyone can pin anyone at any time. What's that title called? Where it's like in wrestling, where you can just pin anyone anywhere. The hardcore 24/7, some hardcore title. That's what looks like it's happening at Real Madrid right now. They've had a rubbish season. Is Tchouaméni actually the answer? I don't know. In the words of Sopranos, from a Real Madrid perspective, to Tchouaméni, he's got to go. Can't be mashing up the Madrid golden boy. Oh yeah, Valverde. Valverde is him, isn't he? So, what does this mean? Because number one, the first thing is Man United have contacted Tchouaméni. They have 100%, and it's not now. They haven't just contacted him now. Of course not. They've contacted him before. So, regardless of this situation, Man United have always been interested in Tchouaméni. That's a fact. We are interested in him. So, can this speed things up? Can this make things easier? Can we throw them a little 15 million? Does it change the way you think about Tchouaméni? Is he gonna come to? Sorry, is he gonna come to Carrington? It's not even called Carrington anymore. What's it called? Aeon. We call it Carrington, yeah. And start, you know, and we're gonna hear injuries out of the blue at Carrington. Is that what's gonna happen? Oh, this player he fell over. This player fell down the stairs at Carrington. He needed 2 stitches in his lip. Yeah, cool. This changes nothing for me, says Atro. This whole situation is due to Madrid having too many egos. Move him out of that. He should be calm. What's Tchouaméni's first touch like? Do you rate Tchouaméni's first touch? We're gonna do, yeah. What we're gonna do in the summer is do a midfield series where we're gonna target a midfielder and just watch him, watch videos, and we're gonna just talk ball. We're gonna look at Tchouaméni. And we're gonna look at his feet. Because I'm like, do you know what it is, yeah? Because I see what Kobbie does with his feet and the close control. And I watch Kobbie. And I'm like, I don't want them heavy touch midfielders. I don't know what I want. I want that soft touch. I want that velvet. I want that the ball's glued to your feet. I want that Kobbie touch. I want that Modric. I want that kind of player, that David Silva. I want that. Listen, you still can be big, but your first touch, it can't be a meter away from your feet. Your first touch, it has to be. Is Tchouaméni's first touch, and I've been watching it in some videos. And I'm like, okay, is Tchouaméni him? Is Tchouaméni him? TK says, I think if he really wanted out of Madrid, he wouldn't fight his teammates. Fighting shows passion, and the right manager can harness that. He ain't coming to England in any capacity. There you go. TK doesn't believe Tchouaméni is coming at all. All right. Acho says he doesn't know. All right. Mixed. But I don't think anyone, I mean, maybe Acho's really hard and a few others, but I feel like the Tchouaméni one for me is if we get him, I'll be like, cool. But I'm not pushing to get him. You know, I'm not pushing. I'm not. There's no agenda. You know, to get him from me. But if we do get him, I'll be like, cool. I like that. It's still that quality. Well, you know, that's the quality that we need. That and above. So I think Tchouaméni is at the minimum in terms of quality we need to be signing. Here's other news, guys. Sir Dave Brailsford has left Manchester United's board. Officially, he has left the board to fully focus on Ineos strategy, and so he is no longer at Manchester United. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, there was no reason for this guy. I mean, I guess for Jim, if you are starting something new, you might bring your friend in to help set it up because you trust him and all of these things. I kind of get it from that perspective. But this guy is not a football guy. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. No, let me not do that. No, let me not do that on YouTube. No, let me do it on YouTube. Get out of here. Yeah, get out of here. I've got nothing else. I mean, I could say a lot, to be fair, but there's no need. There's no need. Just cool. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know how to run a football club. It's good. Good news. TK, let's talk about it. Real Madrid fans have a petition going around to get rid of Mbappe. I've been telling people Mbappe's a prop. Listen, you know what I knew there was something going wrong with Mbappe, yeah? When Neymar and Messi went to PSG, right? And Mbappe was there. And I was like, cool. Mbappe is going to humble himself a little bit because these two have just won Champions Leagues with Barcelona. Two best players in the world, Mbappe. Bro, this guy, he was still the main man. I felt like when I was watching PSG, I was like, bro, if you man just played through Messi and allowed Messi to just do what he does at Barcelona, you guys will win everything. But I just feel like Mbappe is that player where to get the best out of Mbappe, everything has to go through him. That's the issue. He can't be in a team where he's part of a team. I feel like he needs to be the spare always, or it's not going to work. And when at Madrid, Vinny was fine. Madrid, we were cool, man. We were just chilling, just vibing, and then the guy just came, and we just, oh shit, this guy, and we're trying to play our game, but it's just like, no, Mbappe gets in Vinny's way, and then Vinny gets in Mbappe's way, and we're not making the runs we're making are just too similar, and it's just like, it's not working. But then it's like back in the day when we had a split striker. I remember when it was me and Rodrigo. Remember when it was me and Rodrigo, split strikers, just doing our thing, just dancing like Brazilians, and then the Frenchman had to come here and go, you want some French bread? And I said, no, man, we want salsa. Come on, man. You know, that's what Mbappe does. Listen, it worked for France. It worked for France. He was the spare. Griezmann said, cool, you be the spare. I do everything else. I do everything. And Pogba and Kante, you do everything. Mbappe, you just run. You just run, Mbappe. Do your thing and just run. And Pogba went, cool, I'ma find you. And then that happened, and everyone's like, Mbappe. Bro, I like Mbappe. But I feel like his speed and his dynamism is terrifying. But I wish he was more intelligent. I wish he was more of a team player. That's all. That's my monologue, man. That's all I'm going to say. You know? That's all I'm going to say about Mbappe. I'm saying Mbappe is a good player, but you have to play. Everything has to, you know, the Haaland thing. But even Haaland, yeah, the Haaland thing. But Mbappe is just different. That's funny. I thought to myself, why did Man United do that? It's so silly. It's so silly. This Brailsford stuff is BS in my opinion. In my eyes, he's just off the books. Lord, oh no, he's still there, just pulling the strings, just hanging around. Man's just hanging around outside, you know. You know the one, just get out of the shop, man. Just hanging out outside the shop. If I'm Madrid, I make a run at Doku. Doku. A team player is something Mbappe will never be with. Bro has been put on too high of a pedestal. Yeah, that's just it. He's not. That's just Mbappe. It is what it is, guys. Yeah, he's funny, bro. Man's clipping his bald head, bro. Funny thing is, yeah, Atro, they could have clipped his beard. They could have taken a picture of him, or the video, sorry, of him clipping his beard. Oh, it's so silly, flipping it. I'm gonna end with that, guys. Let's see the team. There is no watch along tomorrow. Sorry, guys. I should have said this at the start of the show. To be fair, there is no watch along tomorrow. Unfortunately, I totally forgot the match was at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, and sorry, guys. I made prior arrangements. Sorry, guys. I made prior arrangements, so I would not, unfortunately, be doing a watch along. Do you know what? This is our first 3 p.m. game on a Saturday, or the all season, or maybe the second all season. I feel like, yeah, it's been months since we had a 3 p.m. game, a normal, usual 3 p.m. Saturday kickoff. I can't remember, guys. That's crazy. And because Šeško is technically, he seems he's traveling, is in the squad, guys. I'm gonna go with the same team. It's gonna be interesting now because Dorgu's back, or is he? Wow, Patrick Dorgu's been named as a forward. I just realised that Patrick Dorgu has been named, not even as a midfielder or a defender, forward. There you go. That's it. I mean, to be honest, this is just a tweet from somebody. But it's also quite an interesting conversation to be had. Where does this channel see Dorgu? Defender? Because he was a defender where he was before. He is still a defender for his national team. But then he's a forward for Man United. Maybe that's a conversation for another day. Yep, TK's prediction, Man United 3-1. Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win, TK. I'm with T Kizzles in this. Bruno, Bruno gets player of the year, but we all know Cat Pillow is a real deal. Yeah, star MVP. Without Cat Pillow, where would United be? He's come up clutch, Cat Pillow. Every time we needed him, he came up clutch. So what we saying? Dorgu is a forward. Conversation for another day. But isn't it good to have a player that can play the whole side of the pitch from all the way from defense to that's crazy, bro. Isn't that who's that? Who's that? Antonio Valencia. Is that Antonio Valencia? Have you got is that what Dorgu is? Is Dorgu Antonio Valencia? I don't know, people. He might be Antonio. He might be Valencia. Isn't that what Valencia did? He said, cool, I'm not right wing anymore. I'll be a right back. It's fine. It's okay. That's what he said. And he did it. So I don't know. Maybe that's what Dorgu is. It's good to have that, versatility. Fergie would have loved that. A little Part G song. All right, you want to play centre mid? Centre mid. You want to play right wing, left wing? Park. That's what Park was doing. Park was fake. Park is fake. I don't think we need to do the team builder today, guys. Big up AP7 in the building. Yeah, AP, where you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a bro. Where you been, man? We've been living life. We've been good. Man United third in the league, Champions League secured, bro. We've been good in this channel. We've been happy. This has been a happy place, my guy. In summertime, we're gonna buy some players. We back, baby. We back. Big up AP in the building, motherfuckers. Big up AP. All right. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's the show. Like I said, sorry, no watch along tomorrow. I had prior plans, so no watch along tomorrow, unfortunately. If there is a game on Sunday, that's good. I might do a watch along for that game, but unfortunately, guys, no watch along tomorrow. Big up the chat. Big up the chat. A nice quick one, as I said. I will try to, like I said, do a watch along over the weekend if I can, because I like to watch football with you guys. It is fun, So if there's like a fun Man City match or Arsenal game, I might go live for one of those. So big up, people. I hopefully see you over the weekend. If not, definitely on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. I'll probably do a match reaction anyway. So even if I don't do a watch long, I'll definitely do a match reaction. So look out for that, of course, people. Today's MVPs, AP. When you return like the prodigal son, you get an MVP. Big up. Big up, AP. The prodigal son has returned. Acho said Dorgu's not Valencia. Dorgu doesn't have that consistent cross like. I ain't gonna lie, Acho. Valencia used to always do that pullback cross. Didn't Valencia always do that driven? He always used to do that driven cross, Valencia, and he used to piss me off. I was like, Valencia used to get to the byline and do that driven cross, and you always used to be cut out. I was like, oh, I remember Antonio Valencia, man. Oh, anyway, big up, people. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, I see you over the weekend. If not.